Soda City Live. Today we're introducing you to a sweet and fun-loving 11-year-old Amari, who is sitting right here with me. Amari was recently diagnosed with a life-threatening blood disorder and is now a patient with the National Marrow Donor Program, a nonprofit organization that operates what a lot of you probably have heard of called Be the Match Registry, which aims to help patients and families locate donors. So joining me today is Amari, of course, her mother Ashley, and then Amy with the Be Match program. Thanks so much for all of you for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
I want to jump right into it. There's so much to talk about because we're here today hoping to get some community involvement and support in helping Amari out. But Ashley, I want to start with you because right now what you're going through as a family and what Amari is going through is, you know, what a lot of parents, their worst nightmare.
Right.
When did you find out that something was wrong, or how did you find out that Amari was struggling with something?
Yes. Amari is a very active young girl. She loves to dance, and PE was her favorite subject in school. So when she started saying that, "Mom, I'm tired, I don't want to run in PE," or "I don't want to go upstairs at school," and I'm like, wait a minute.
That's not my daughter.
Yeah, that's not my daughter. So, of course, like any mom, go lay down for a little while. Maybe, you know, you'll be okay tomorrow.
Right.
But that went on for like a week. And when her school nurse called me and said, "I think you should make her an appointment." And that's when we took her to the pediatrician. And he said, "I'm glad you brought her in when you did."
Wow.
Yes.
And so then it all started from there.
It was all, yes.
Is that usually a sign, being extremely fatigued, especially with young kids?
That is what they told me, yes.
Wow.
Extreme fatigue.
Amari, what did it feel like going during that time for you?
It felt hard.
Hard, yeah. Well, I want to talk a little bit, Amy, with you about the National Marrow Donor Organization and Be a Match. For those who aren't familiar at home about the program and how it works, can you kind of give a brief rundown?
Yes. So there are patients with leukemia, lymphoma, sickle cell, about 75 blood cancers and blood disorders that can actually be cured and treated through a genetically matched stem cell donor, blood stem cell donor. And so what the Be the Match registry does is adds unrelated donors to be potential matches for these patients. Only 30% of the time would a patient find a perfect match within their family. So 70% of the time they have to search our registry and use a volunteer donor that's genetically matched to them.
It's kind of crazy because you would think, if you needed someone for a bone marrow donor, you could probably find that within your family. But I'm surprised, and it's probably just because I'm not familiar or understand it as well as you do, that only the 30% statistic in your family, which makes it incredibly difficult. So you're currently searching for a donor right now. Explain what that process has been like.
It was hard to hear.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, you know, that we're not a match. So of course it's like family, you know. So, but just knowing that I have people like Amy in my corner and Be the Match, they have made it possible for us to reach out to everyone in the community and hopefully get a match for our baby.
So Amy, how, if someone wanted to figure out if they were a match, it's pretty easy, right?
Yeah. It's a surprisingly simple process to join the registry and be tested as a potential match for one of our patients. Since we are sharing the story of Amari today, all people would need to do is text Amari to the number 61474 and it will text them back the link to join the registry. They'll fill out a quick 3-minute online form, and then if you're signing up at home, you'll ask for a kit to be mailed to your house, 30 seconds to swab your cheek, send it back in, and then we test to see if you could be a match for one of our patients. You could get called up until your 61st birthday, so we want you to be willing and excited and ready for a call that you're a potential match for someone.
And you said that the call that you're going to get is if you are a specific match to a specific individual.
You only donate if you are a match for a particular recipient and patient. All we're doing before is just testing to get your genetic information, that HLA type, that tissue type that identifies self from non-self, and provides that cure for the patient.
And I just want to make sure that we're giving our viewers a really good understanding of, because to test and like do the swab, that sounds super easy, right? Super simple, and become a donor. We also have the, we're gonna pull up the number to text here on the screen here if you text Amari, and then we have the digits that will come up here in a second. But I want people to understand what it's like to actually donate. Can you walk us through that process? Because you were telling me earlier, we wanna make sure people know it's this and not this.
So majority of the time, almost all of the time, you would be donating through a process called peripheral blood stem cells.
Okay.
And that's where those life-saving cells that create healthy blood cells are flowing in your peripheral blood. And that allows us to collect by just drawing blood from one arm, putting it through a machine that pulls out those healthy cells and give you your blood back. And then all we're doing is a little anticlimactic is infusing that bag of cells into the patient, and that's their transplant. It gives their system the kickstart it needs to produce healthy blood forming cells instead of the ones that can harm them.
I see you shaking your head. It makes it sound so simple, which it really is once you find that person. That seems like the biggest test. Does it make you hopeful that that person's out there in our community?
It does. After sharing it on social media and seeing the number of shares and getting the love and feedback, people saying, hey, my kid is coming, my kid is coming. So I'm really hopeful.
Listen, well, we want to make sure that we're also contributing here at WIS. We're going to actually do one of the kits, the test kits right now. So Sierra is here, our producer Sierra, who's joining us. And Amy, if you want to stand up, you can come over here, and we're going to do this testing just to show people at home how simple and how easy it is. So as we're doing this, Amy, will you just walk us through the steps?
Yes, so this is a kit that will come straight to your house. You'll open it up, and I've already done this for Sierra here, but you will have 2 swabs. You'll put these little labels on them so we know that they're from you. You'll take 1 swab for each cheek up and down for 10 seconds, just like you're brushing your teeth, but on your cheek. And then we'll take off this little sticker. And you'll just lay it right down. Have
Easy
you do the
enough?
other cheek, yes. And then we'll send this back. This is a prepaid envelope.
Okay.
So they'll just put this back into the mail. It'll come to our biorepository and get tested, and then you'll be on the registry and hopefully waiting for a quick call to be a match for someone.
So simple. Sarah, thanks for coming out and doing that. Amy, thanks for
you.
walking us through.
Yes,
Ashley and
thank
Amari,
you.
thanks for being here.
Thank you for
Amari,
having
I
us.
appreciate you coming in and sharing your story with us. It means the world.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to find someone out there. I can't wait, and then you're going to come back on when you do.
Yes, we are.
We're going to toss to break. We'll be right back with much more Soda City Live. Stick with us.